Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of TED Talk Daily, the special English learning edition. I am your host, Lucy.
And I am David. Hello to all our listeners from around the world, whether you are drinking coffee, riding the bus, or maybe washing the dishes. We are so happy you are here with us.
That is right. Our goal here is simple. We want to help you learn English in a way that is easy, fun, and natural. We don't want boring textbooks today. We want real conversation.
Exactly, Lucy. English is not just about grammar rules. It is about connection. It is about sharing stories. And today, we have a very special topic.
We do?
Yes, today we are talking about being perfect.
Being perfect? David, nobody is perfect.
I know. I was joking. Actually, today we are talking about the opposite. We are talking about mistakes, bad days, clumsy moments, and why they are actually good for us.
Oh, I love this topic. I think making mistakes is the best way to learn, especially when learning a language.
I agree completely. But Lucy, before we start the lesson, I have to ask, how are you today? You look very happy.
I am doing great, David. I had a wonderful morning. The sun is shining. I had a delicious breakfast. And I managed to catch the bus on time. Everything went smoothly. But you look a little tired, David. Is everything okay?
Well, Lucy, since we are talking about mistakes and bad days, let me tell you about my morning.
Oh no, was it a bad morning?
It was a disaster, a total disaster.
A disaster? That sounds serious. Please tell us what happened.
Okay, picture this. I woke up early. I felt great. I felt professional. I put on my favorite shirt. It is a crisp, clean white shirt.
Ooh, a white shirt. Very brave. I'm always scared to wear white because I'm messy.
You are smart to be scared. So, I went to the kitchen to make coffee. I need my coffee to wake up. I brewed a fresh pot. It smelled amazing.
I can imagine. There is nothing better than the smell of fresh coffee.
Exactly. So I poured a big cup. I picked it up. I was ready to start my day. And then, tragedy struck.
What happened? Did you drop it?
My hand just slipped. I don't know why. Maybe I was still sleepy. The cup flew out of my hand. Splash.
Oh, David. No.
Yes, coffee went everywhere. It was on the kitchen counter. It was on the floor. And worst of all, it was all over my beautiful, clean white shirt.
The white shirt. That is the worst place for coffee. Coffee stains are very dark.
It was like a map of the world drawn in brown ink right on my chest. I looked down and I just wanted to cry.
So, what did you do? Did you try to clean it?
I looked at the clock. I had no time. I was already running late. So I ran back to my bedroom to change.
Okay, that is a good plan. Just change the shirt.
But here is the problem. I haven't done my laundry this week.
Uh-oh. I think I know where this is going.
I opened my wardrobe and it was empty. No clean shirts. I started panic searching. I looked under the bed. I looked in the chair. Finally, I found one shirt.
Was it a nice shirt?
It was a shirt. It was a blue shirt. But Lucy, it was at the bottom of my laundry basket. It was so wrinkled.
Wrinkled?
Yes. For our listeners, wrinkled means it was not smooth. It had lines everywhere. It looked like a piece of paper that someone crushed into a ball.
Oh dear. You cannot wear a wrinkled shirt to work. It looks unprofessional.
I had no choice. I put it on. I tried to smooth it with my hands. Pat, pat, pat. It didn't work. I looked like I had a fight with my clothes, and the clothes won.
I am sorry for laughing, David, but the image of you in a crushed blue shirt is very funny.
It gets worse. I ran out of the house. I ran to the bus stop. I was sweating. I finally got on the bus and everyone was looking at me.
Because of the shirt?
Yes! I tried to hide behind my bag. I sat there, holding my bag against my chest, trying to hide the wrinkles. I felt so embarrassed.
Well, you made it here. And actually, now that I look at you, the shirt isn't too bad.
You are just being nice, Lucy. But thank you.
So you arrived at the office. Did the day get better?
Not immediately. When I got to the office building, something strange was happening.
What?
All my colleagues were standing outside on the sidewalk. My boss was there. My friend Sarah was there. Everyone was just standing in the cold.
Was it a fire drill? You know, when you practice leaving the building in case of a fire?
That is what I thought. I asked my colleague, "Is there a fire?" And he just shook his head and said, "No, the door is locked."
Locked? But it is a workday. Doesn't someone have a key?
Usually, Mark opens the office. Mark is the first one to arrive every day. He has the master key.
Okay, so where was Mark?
Mark was there. He was standing right next to the boss
I am confused. If Mark was there, why didn't he open the door?
because Mark forgot the key.
No way.
Yes way. He left the key on his kitchen table at home. So, imagine this, Lucy. 20 people, all dressed in business suits, standing on the street, waiting.
Oh, poor Mark. He must have felt terrible.
He was bright red. He was blushing so hard. He couldn't look at anyone. He was just staring at his shoes.
That is a very awkward situation. What did everyone do?
We just waited. We waited for 30 minutes for the manager to drive over with a spare key.
30 minutes. What did you talk about?
We talked about the weather. We talked about lunch. And we tried very hard not to look at Mark.
That is true kindness, ignoring the mistake.
Exactly. So that was my morning. Coffee disaster, wrinkled shirt, and locked out of the office.
Wow, David, you win. That is a crazy morning. But you know, listening to your story reminds me of something that happened in my office last week.
Oh, please tell me. I need to know that I am not the only one with bad luck.
You are definitely not alone. So, last week, my coworker, let's call her Lisa, decided to bake a cake for the team.
That is a nice gesture. I love home-baked cake.
We all do. Lisa loves baking. She brought in this beautiful lemon cake. It was yellow. It was fluffy. It had a nice glaze on top.
My mouth is watering just thinking about it. Lemon cake is my favorite.
It looked perfect. We were all gathered in the break room. We had our tea. Lisa cut big slices for everyone. She was so proud. She was smiling, waiting for us to taste it.
Okay, this sounds like a good story. Where's the mistake?
Wait for it. So we all took a big bite at the same time. 1, 2, 3, eat.
And
And immediately everyone stopped moving.
why? Was it dry?
No, it wasn't sweet. It was salty.
Salty? A salty lemon cake?
Extremely salty. Like eating a spoon of ocean water. It was shocking. My brain was expecting sugar, but my tongue got salt.
Oh no. I think I know what happened. Did she mix up the ingredients?
Exactly. In her kitchen, she keeps her sugar in a glass jar and she keeps her salt in a similar glass jar.
A classic mistake.
She put 2 cups of salt into the cake instead of 2 cups of sugar.
2 cups. That is incredible. That is inedible.
It was awful. But here's the funny part. Nobody wanted to hurt Lisa's feelings. She was watching us with such big, happy eyes.
Oh, that is the worst social situation. You have disgusting food in your mouth, but you have to be polite. What did you do?
We all tried to chew. but it is hard to swallow that much salt. I saw my boss trying to smile, but his eyes were watering. He looked like he was crying.
Crying tears of salt.
Finally, someone swallowed and said, "Wow, Lisa, this is a very interesting flavor. Very unique."
Interesting is the code word for bad.
Yes. Then Lisa said, "Let me try." She took a bite and she screamed.
She screamed?
She shouted, "Oh my gosh, don't eat it. It's poison." And she ran to the trash can to spit it out.
Well, at least she realized it.
We all burst out laughing. We laughed for 10 minutes. And we drank about 5 liters of water afterward because we were so thirsty.
That is a great story. It shows that even when we try to do something nice, things can go wrong.
Exactly. Lisa was embarrassed, but now it is a funny memory. We call her Salty Lisa sometimes.
See? Mistakes bring people together. They make funny stories.
Speaking of funny stories in public, you mentioned earlier that you had a funny experience at the supermarket.
Oh, yes. This was over the weekend. I think the universe is testing me this week.
Tell us about the supermarket.
Okay, I went grocery shopping. Just a normal trip. I walked in and grabbed a shopping cart. You know, the trolley you push?
Yes, the shopping cart.
I didn't check the wheels. I just started walking. I got into the store and suddenly, squeak, squeak, squeak.
Oh, the squeaky wheel. I hate that.
It wasn't just a little squeak, Lucy. It was a scream. It sounded like a dying bird. Squeak, squeak. It was so loud.
That draws a lot of attention.
It was terrible. Every time I moved, it made the noise. I was in the quiet aisle, looking at pasta. Squeak. Everyone stopped shopping and looked at me.
Why didn't you go back and get a new cart?
That is the logical thing to do. But I was already deep inside the store. I thought, if I go back, I have to walk past everyone again. So I decided to just push through.
Bad decision.
Terrible decision. I tried to push the cart differently. I tried lifting the back wheels up. That looked crazy. I tried pushing it very fast to get it over with. Squeak, 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 squeak.
Probably sounded like a train coming through the store.
I felt like I was driving a tractor. I grabbed my milk, I grabbed my eggs, and I practically ran to the checkout.
Did the cashier say anything?
She just looked at me and said, "Loud day."
I love that. Loud day.
I was blushing so much. But again, looking back, it is funny. Just a guy and his noisy cart.
These stories are great, David. They show that life is messy. We spill coffee, we forget keys, we bake salty cakes, and we push squeaky carts.
And that is okay. It is human. In fact, for our English learners listening, these stories are gold
Why are they gold?
because telling a story about a mistake is the best way to practice speaking. It requires past tense verbs. I walked, I dropped, I felt. It requires descriptive words. And it helps you connect with people.
That is very true. If you can tell a funny story in English, you are doing very well.
Absolutely. Now, Lucy, we promised our listeners a special segment today.
Yes, we did. We asked our listeners to send in their own real-life stories about funny mistakes or confusing situations.
And we got a great one. This segment is called Real Life Stories with Lucy and David. Okay, Lucy, do you have the story?
I do. This story comes from a listener named Hiro from Japan. Hiro is an advanced English learner, but he had a very funny moment when he traveled to the USA for the first time.
Oh, travel stories are always the best. Cultural differences create funny moments. Go ahead, read it.
Okay, so Hiro writes, Dear Lucy and David, I love your show. Here's my story. Last year, I visited New York City. I was very excited to try American food. I went to a casual restaurant for breakfast. I sat down, and the waitress asked me what I wanted.
A classic scenario. Ordering food.
Hero continues. I wanted to order potato chips. In my textbook, I learned the word chips. So I said to the waitress, "Can I please have some chips?"
Okay, wait. I think I see the confusion coming.
The waitress looked confused. She said, "Honey, it's 8 a.m. We don't serve chips for breakfast." I was confused. I saw other people eating potatoes. So I pointed to another table and said, "But that man is eating chips." The waitress laughed loud. She said, "Oh, you mean home fries or hash browns?"
Ah, yes. The vocabulary trap.
Hero writes, I did not know that in America, chips usually means the crispy snack in a bag, potato chips. But in the UK, chips means French fries. And for breakfast, Americans eat home fries, which are chunky potatoes.
That is so tricky.
The waitress was very nice. She shouted to the kitchen, "Give this man some potatoes." When the food came, it was delicious. But now I always check the menu carefully.
That is a fantastic story, Hero. Thank you for sharing.
It highlights how English changes depending on where you are. In London, asking for chips is normal. In New York, asking for chips at breakfast is weird, but
Exactly. It's a false friend situation. You think you know the word, but the context changes it.
I love that Hero pointed and asked. He didn't give up. He communicated.
And that is the lesson. Even if you use the wrong word, you can point, you can describe, you can smile. The waitress understood him in the end.
And she shouted, "Give this man some potatoes." I love that.
I want some potatoes now.
Me too. Maybe we should go get some lunch after this.
Great idea. But no salty cake for dessert, please.
Deal. No salty cake.
Well, listeners, that brings us to the end of our episode today. We hope you enjoyed these stories of spills, wrinkles, and potato confusion.
We want to hear from you. Do you have a funny mistake story? Did you say the wrong word in English? Did you walk into the wrong room?
Please leave a comment below or send us an email. We might read your story in the next episode of TED Talk Daily.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you learned something new today. It really helps us grow.
And share this podcast with your friends who are learning English. Tell them, hey, these two are funny and they teach good English.
Thank you so much for listening. Remember, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are just proof that you are trying.
Have a wonderful, happy, and mistake-filled week. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.